Hello everyone! Today, let's explore a challenging turning point in the journey of Jack and Tien. When Jack suddenly loses the job he had devoted years to, not only is his career impacted, but it also places his relationship with Tien in a difficult situation. Jack, a talented engineer, now faces financial pressure and the burden of bearing all the consequences. Meanwhile, Tien, who has always stood by his side, is witnessing the man she loves falter under the weight of a major storm. Will these challenges affect their love and happiness? Let's take a closer look at the effects of this collapse, not only on Jack but also on Tien, to see whether the power of love is enough to help them overcome this adversity. Don't take your eyes off today's video, as it promises to be an emotional journey you won't want to miss. The shock of Jack losing his position at work was not just a major question mark over his career. It also marked a significant turning point in both their lives. Once a promising engineer with influence and authority in his company, Jack now faces a harsh accusation, signing a forged contract that resulted in a loss of up to $30 billion. The board of directors gave Jack no chance to explain. Their decision to fire him and hold him solely accountable for compensating the losses dealt a heavy blow to his pride and honor. A man who had always taken pride in his dedication. Years of relentless work and countless achievements now seemed to have vanished like foam on the waves. Jack not only lost his status but was also burdened with an enormous financial obligation, $30 billion, an amount no one could easily manage. This abrupt change plunged Jack into a world where he no longer had control. In the early days following the incident, he was overwhelmed by a sense of hopelessness and disorientation. Social relationships, once built on his position and credibility, now felt fragile. The confidence and pride that once defined Jack seemed shaken to their core. During countless sleepless nights, he wrestled not only with the financial burden but also with the guilt of disappointing Tien. As a man, he had always wanted to be her rock, her source of stability, but now, he was the very reason for her growing worries and unease. Tien couldn't hide her concern. She had seen Jack transform from a strong, passionate individual to someone weighed down by an unimaginable burden. Jack's downfall acted as a catalyst, disrupting the peaceful life they had worked so hard to build. She blamed herself for feeling helpless. She wanted to do something to help Jack through this adversity but didn't know where to start. Tien understood that, for now, the only thing she could do was to stay by his side, to listen and share his pain. But was that enough to lift Jack's spirit? Deep down, Tien couldn't help but wonder, what would their future look like? Could Jack find light in this darkness? And more importantly, was their love strong enough to withstand this formidable test? The story is far from over and promises many surprises ahead. The moments of despair, the periods of reflection, and the relentless efforts of both Jack and Tien will paint a vivid picture of the power of love and resilience. Let's wait and see how they will confront and overcome this storm together. The news of Jack losing his job was a tremendous shock not only to him but also to Tien, the woman who had always been by his side, sharing life's joys and sorrows. Initially, upon hearing the news, Tien was stunned, unable to believe it. Her heart was overwhelmed with worry for Jack, the man who had always provided her with a sense of safety and strength. But now, he was facing an unprecedented crisis. From her initial worry, Tien quickly realized that she couldn't just sit idly by and wait. In the past, she had leaned on Jack for support, but now it was her turn to become his pillar of strength. Tien decided to step into a world she had never known, a world of immense pressure and difficult decisions. First, she sought out Ms. Tu, who might hold crucial clues to help Jack. Although their meeting didn't yield clear results, it ignited in her an even stronger determination. Next, she approached CEO Tone, a man of power and influence, seeking his assistance. Tien knew she couldn't stay on the sidelines. Her humbling conversation with Jiang was a particularly challenging step. She understood Jiang's deep feelings for Jack, and asking for her help wasn't easy. However, Tien had learned to set aside her insecurities, prioritizing Jack's well-being above all else. Tien was no longer the timid and passive woman she once was. Since Jack's crisis began, she had learned to face challenges head-on and bravely seek out help. Every step she took, every decision she made, reflected her growth and unwavering resolve. Although many difficulties still lay ahead, Tien was no longer someone who merely stood in the background. She had become Jack's true partner, a person willing to fight for him and for their shared future. Will Tu Tien's efforts bear fruit? Will her love and determination be enough to help Jack overcome this crisis? The answers can only unfold as their journey continues. Jack, who had always taken on responsibilities and protected the ones he loved, chose to hide the fact that he had been demoted and was facing significant company troubles. He didn't want Tu Tien to worry or to be dragged into his hardships. But when the truth came to light, Tu Tien didn't feel anger. She was overwhelmed with concern. Her first thought wasn't to blame him but to figure out how she could help Jack get through this. Still, a quiet sadness lingered in Tu Tien's heart. She wondered why Jack didn't share his struggles with her. Why did he choose to bear everything alone? But that sadness quickly gave way to determination. She didn't want Jack to fight his battles in solitude. She wanted him to know that no matter what happened, she would always stand by his side. Encouraging Jack, Tu Tien said, "I know you're strong, but even the strongest need a shoulder to lean on sometimes. I'm here not just to take, but to share. Don't keep everything bottled up." Jack, one quiet afternoon, they returned to the place where they first met, a small corner in a temporary housing area. Tu Tien recalled the most difficult days of her life, sleeping on the cold ground, with no food and no one to lean on. Back then, Jack had appeared like a ray of light illuminating her world. Jack spoke softly. "I've never forgotten the first time I saw you. You were so small, yet your eyes were filled with resilience. I just thought, if I could help you, I would do everything I could." Tu Tien smiled, her eyes brimming with tears. "You changed my life, and now, I want to be here for you, to help you through these tough days." That conversation was not only a reminder of their love and gratitude but also a promise for the future. They wouldn't let difficulties shake their love. Instead, they would face them together, searching for a new balance in their relationship. Could their beautiful memories and genuine love help Jack and Tu Tien overcome all challenges? Would they be able to turn their current hardships into a foundation for a stronger, more enduring future? Let's wait for the answers in the next chapters of their story. After enduring countless challenges, Jack and Tu Tien sat down together, exchanging promises to overcome any obstacles that lay ahead. The trials they faced didn't just test their love, they also deepened their understanding of the value of companionship and trust. Holding Tu Tien's hand, Jack's gaze was filled with determination. "I realized that nothing matters more than us being together. No matter where life takes me, I just want to hold your hand and face it all with you." Tu Tien smiled through her tears. "Me too. As long as I have you, every hardship feels lighter. Together, we'll build a happy life." This incident not only cost Jack the job he had dedicated years to but also brought a bitter truth to light. His contributions meant nothing to the company. He came to understand that instead of sacrificing his time and effort for a place that didn't value him, he needed to devote them to the people who truly mattered in his life. Jack confided in Tu Tien, "I've spent so long caught up in busyness and pressure that I forgot true happiness lies in the simplest things. Now, I want to change. I want to live a more meaningful life, one where I'm with you and rebuilding everything from scratch." The ordeal also gave Jack clarity about which relationships were truly worth keeping. Thanks to the support of new friends like Tone and the unwavering sincerity of those who stood by him. Like Tu Tien, Jack realized that genuine kindness and human connection were far more valuable than hollow achievements. Jack shared with Tu Tien, "These past days have taught me the true value of trust and sincere affection. The new friends I've met didn't just help me through this ordeal, they reminded me of the importance of kindness. And most importantly, I've realized that you are the one I want to protect and love for the rest of my life." They no longer looked back at the past with regret but instead faced the future with hope and faith. Though challenges still lay ahead, Jack and Tu Tien knew that as long as they stood united, they could overcome anything. Together, they began a new journey, one where love was not just their motivation but also their destination. A journey full of promise, where they would not only find happiness but also create a life more meaningful than ever before. Jack's loss of position and reputation was not just an immediate shock, it left a profound impact. Shaping both his and Tu Tien's perspectives and approaches to life, Jack came to understand that dedication doesn't always guarantee recognition, and sometimes, loss is the way to discover a better path forward. Tu Tien, too, underwent a transformation. From a woman who once relied on Jack's protection, she learned to become strong, proactive, and ready to face challenges head-on. "We can't change the past, but we can choose how we face the future," she said, her eyes filled with determination. "After everything, Can they rebuild their lives? Jack now faces not only financial burdens but also the task of restoring his confidence and mending his relationships. Tien, though stronger, carries deep-seated worries. Do you think we can make it through? Jack, with a gentle yet resolute smile, Jack replied, "Not only will we get through this, but we'll build an even better future. I believe in you, in us." They tirelessly sought ways to salvage what had been lost. With help from people like Tone, the truth began to surface, bringing hope that justice would soon prevail. Each passing day, Jack and Tien demonstrated the power of resilience and adaptability. They not only learned to confront adversity but also discovered the value of turning challenges into opportunities. Jack reflected, "Every time we fall, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. What matters isn't how many times we stumble but how we rise after each fall." Tien, now more mature and steadfast, was no longer just a supporter behind Jack but a strong companion by his side. She affirmed, "As long as we're together, anything can be rebuilt." Jack and Tien's lives now resemble a book with pages still being written. The hardships of the past are no longer wounds but fuel for their journey toward the future. Can they rise from the ashes? Will justice be served, and those who wronged Jack face the consequences? Their journey, filled with lessons and hope, continues to unfold. The journey of Jack and Tien continues, filled with challenges yet brimming with hope. Jack's loss has become the catalyst for them to discover the true strength of love and resilience. Will Jack be able to restore his honor? Will they overcome everything together to build a new future? What about you? What are your thoughts on this story? Share your opinions in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective on Jack and Tien's journey. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the upcoming episodes. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.